Knew a man who learned such a thing. Cut off his hand to spite his ring. He poisoned the well to spite the frogs. Put down his song to spite the dog. He cut out his sleep to spite his dreams. Picked all the flowers to spite the bees. He burned his Bible to spite the Lord. Took a day off to lick his wounds. I heard him swear life was such a wretched affair. I'm gonna hold my breath. No, 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 I'm gonna stop breathing to spite the air.
Previously on Benelli Presents To Kill a King.
Well, we are just getting ready to get on this plane. All right, baby, I love you. Give that little one a kiss.
The biggest challenge is the weather. I mean, there's a lot of days we can't even launch the boats because it's just, I mean, we can't get to the water. You're gonna be cold, you're gonna be wet, you're gonna get wind in your face, you're gonna get rain in your face. If you can't accept that, then you got no business being out here.
Can you believe we're finally here?
This is one of the most dangerous harbors in the whole Bering Sea. There's been more crab boats crashed on shore and sunk here just because of the big tides and the currents and the heavy winds, and it's a narrow opening.
Perché il Black Eagle è già un prodotto di grande prestazione, quindi il nuovo deve superare se stesso.
Baby. Right. The journey to get here to pull that trigger the first time is incredible in itself, but to actually see it unfold for real.
Not be as bad a little further down the beach. I'll walk down here. Not that they're too big, it's just that they're too close together, and I don't think we got enough time to get in and get over the first one to be clear and not get swamped. Now it's locked. So the waves are really tight and they're pretty big. So we've got to like kind of sit there and wait for the set to come in and then go, and we got to be out in like 5 seconds or we're back on the beach full of water. It's going to be hard. I mean, they're already breaking. If it's just a wave, a face of a wave, we can go right over top of it. But it's starting to curl.
Where they're curling at, it's too deep for us to walk out.
Yeah, it's not that it's too deep there, it's just that because of the surge, it's too deep there.
And the current.
Yeah, and the currents, and the tide is a little higher today than it was yesterday.
Well,
the conditions are good for us to have a good hunt, but even attempting to get out is just ridiculous.
This is one of them mornings that you look for as an eider hunter?
Sometimes. Sometimes. Set it down right here.
Go real slow. Real slow. Watch your grab it.
So once we get this out here, we're gonna keep the front end of it pointed straight into the waves. It's on you two guys in the front, Tony, Riley. Keep it pointed straight into the waves while I get the motor down and crank it up.
I don't know much, but I know that dude is nuts.
Good times, good times. Things are looking real bad, baby. The fancy dancing place, oh, but as long as you have faith in me, I know there's gonna be good times, good times. There's gonna be good.
So like a lot of people, I lost my job after the recession. So I'd always wanted a captain's license, so I went and got a captain's license because I had the time and figured why not, something else to fall back on. And then my wife at the time came to me and said, you know, you've always wanted to go shoot king eiders, and here you are with the time to go do it and the money to go do it. I think you should just go. So I did. And been there working, guiding king eider hunts ever since. You can't just walk into a store and buy king eider decoys. So everything you have has to be made from scratch or converted, altered, changed in some way to fit the need for what we do. You know, we had some foam birds that just don't withstand the time. They don't withstand the pressures and the abuse that they get put through on a day in and day out basis up there. So what I figured I'd build something better than I could buy, basically. Just single drake right here. Flip-flopping around. Here or there went inside us. All alone, adrift in the Bering Sea. Me and my decoys. Drake here. Come on. Just out of range. Flock there, we got the flock right here, single there. Right here, right here, right here. See, even when you get them down, you got to kill them. They'll dive and get away from you really quick. Pretty birds. So it's always bittersweet to kill these birds because they travel so far. You know, put in all the effort making decoys over the summer and into the fall. And get up here and you only get 4 of them. And you know, it's always humbling, kind of. You know, it is bittersweet because you know, now I only get 3 more. Every one of them is a nice bird. Just some of them are nicer than others, and they all have different characteristics. Me being a carver, I'm always looking at things, looking at colors, looking at feather shapes, looking at the shape of the tail, whether it's closed, open. For me, the king eider is definitely the pinnacle of waterfowling, period. I mean, you know, you got canvasback hunters and mallard hunters, and to me, I'm a sea duck hunter at heart, have been since I was young, and this is just it. This is it for me. No greater feeling than taking a king eider.
Just like most traditional tribes, you know, they don't want to waste anything. They're completely opposed to trophy hunting. You know, their biggest concern when we come here to hunt is whether or not we're being wasteful.
Man, this is gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna go in and talk with the chief of the native people here, kind of find out some of the history of the island, which is, from what I've already been told, is a very, very cool story. I'm anxious to hear it in person. Hi, Jason.
Hey, welcome.
Tony Vandermoor.
All right, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
So Jason, who brought your people here? How did they get here?
Actually, you know, the fur traders, you know, Russian fur traders brought, you know, and they brought only the healthy, you know, and the good hunters. There were different fur traders, though, you know, on about 5 different islands.
And where did your people originally come from?
from the chain, from the Aleutian chain, like, you know, Dutch Harbor, Kiska, Attu, Atka, and all the little villages there.
So the Russians basically loaded them up and brought them here just to harvest seals?
Yes, they did. I'll go up all the way to the 50s where I can remember, you know. On a good harvest day, they'd kill 5,000 seals. They started at 3 in the morning and they're done by noon, you know. 5,000 seals harvested.
Holy cow.
Enslaved by Russian fur traders in the late 1700s, the Aleuts were captured from nearby islands and brought to St. Paul. Their people would spend the next 200 years harvesting fur seals, first for the Russians, and later for the U.S. government after the Alaskan Purchase. The profits were incredible, and the treatment of the Aleuts was deplorable.
You know, during World War II, my dad was fighting in Kiska, I believe, or Attu, one of the islands. And in June, they brought him back here to harvest the seals, you know.
So they took them away to war and then brought them back here just for
They brought them back here, yeah, just to harvest the seals. That's just to show you how lucrative it was, you know. Some say, you know, about 5 years, they paid back the U.S. Treasury for what they spent for Alaska.
Just on St. Paul Island?
Right.
Wow.
Just from the fur trade alone. And, you know, they didn't buy Alaska for the timber or oil or fish, you know. That all came later, you know, and it was the fur trade that they bought Alaska for. But all the men that got drafted in the Army, so they were taken by boat down to southeast Alaska and put in an old abandoned cannery in Admiralty Island in Funter Bay. It had holes in the ceiling and everything else. And all these families, you can imagine with families with kids and everything else, they go just like a military barracks. And the water, you know, the water was no good, you know. And like I mentioned, you know, they almost lost half of the population.
Half of the population that they took there?
Yeah, the Aleuts that they took from here, yeah. It's really a shame, you know, the truth is not known, you know.
Aleut men were sent to fight in the war, while their families died in internment camps under government control. After losing half of their people to neglect, the Aleuts returned to St. Paul to find their homes had been looted by the U.S. soldiers stationed on the island during the war, the same army they were fighting for. The struggle wasn't over. The Aleuts would continue harvesting seals for the government until 1984.
Picture over here, you can see how many seals there are. Right up here, you see how many seals are.
Wow.
Right down that rookery, you go there in the summertime, there's nothing there.
That is
There
unbelievable.
might be a bull seal there or a bull seal there, but that's it, you know.
There's thousands of them.
I know there is. And you know, can you imagine they kill 5,000 a day? They're gonna...
And this went on till in the 80s?
Yes, well, last seal harvest was in '83.
You know, your people have been enslaved for so long on this island between the Russians and the United States. I mean, does that sense of animosity still linger on the island?
You know, I mean, they don't feel enslaved now, that's for sure, you know, but then I had a real hard feeling, you know, toward the governments and everything.
I can see why.
Third world thing, you know. It's hurt my feelings.
Wow.
January on the Bering Sea. Pounding surf, salt spray, and volcanic ash that finds its way into everything. It's hardly a place for humans, and it's brutal on shotguns. But even this frigid island can't stop Benelli's new Super Black Eagle III. Benelli's new Super Black Eagle III dominate the skies.
The weather is such a huge factor up here. I mean, you just never know what you're getting into until the morning. You go out and check the ramps and check the waves, and I mean, it's the ocean. I mean, it can be blowing 5 miles an hour and still have pretty darn good waves coming from somewhere. There's just so much open water around this island. You're so far removed from other mainland and whatnot that breaks up waves. It comes from a long way across there. I'm excited. Never shot an old squaw before. There's a lot of them out here, this spot we're going to. Weather's getting ready to get really, really rough, so we're gonna take advantage of today, not knowing what tomorrow will bring.
Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to be using the smaller old squaw decoys. We're going to be, you know, traditionally setting up like you would, you know, any other, you know, water setup with, you know, straight anchored up decoys. We're going to let them swing around and see where they want to get settled. Then we'll put our second string out.
You can already tell that it's changing. We've been out here about 45 minutes and it's already getting rougher. That wind's building and it's starting to shift around. There's some nice bunch of ducks there. It's supposed to get pretty nasty this afternoon.
It's 10:35 and 7 minutes past it, so we're all set up, ready to go. Here they come, first pass. Stay on the birds.
Here's a drake right here, Noah, here to the left. Got him? First old squaw.
All right, beautiful.
Thanks, Charlie. That was pretty. Here comes something low.
All right. It's happening, baby.
Oh, it's
all right. Nice shooting.
On.
Getting our old squaws this morning.
That is fast-paced action. Long-tailed duck, my first one. Look how beautiful that bird is.
That's about a 9-inch sprigs on that one. That's a beauty.
And just look at all the colors on it. That pink on the bill is beautiful. Got the nice black circle here. Long sprig.
That's a real old bird when you start getting these colors and the browns in the top of the head.
Man, is that fast paced. Yep. Oh!
He's after the tailwind. Oh my God.
Man! Awesome.
Storm's starting to pick up here. I can see the clouds are closing in. We're gonna pull our decoys and we're gonna head in. I think we're gonna call it.
Is this kind of what you meant when you said the weather changes fast up here? We watched this thing come from a long way. But right now, it is nasty.
Charlie to base, anybody out there?
Somebody there?
Well, they're still outside of range. They'll go in here, tuck in behind the cliffs and wait for this wind to let up and then go to the ramp and get out of here.
weather can change pretty fast up here, but this is pretty extreme. Right now it's blowing about 45 and it's supposed to gust to 86 miles an hour. Not sure it's going to be a real good idea to get out in the boats today.
$45 knots.
That's not good.
No, I don't think we're hunting today. No.
Blowing 50, gusting to 86. I'd say that's no go.
Yep. Yeah, we don't want to be out there in this.
Look at the waves on the harbor.
Yeah, the whole harbor's blowing out.
How much you can do about that?
15 to 27 foot waves.
27-foot waves? Wow. Dude, it's like blowing so hard it's froth for 300 yards out.
Solid white.
Is it frequent, you know, that you get weather this bad where you can't get out on the water?
You know, usually we can get out, or at least somewhere on the island, but...
It's bad when we're getting wet in the truck.
Yeah. This is pretty bad. You gotta check out what it's like to be out in this, man. It's pretty wild. Just when you get out, be careful of the door so it doesn't get ripped off.
All right.
That's why I gotta climb over. This one already got it.
I want to see it. Holy cow.
Gotta push. Hold on to it when you get out, too. Got it. Got it.
Close it. Watch your hands. Wind is hard on the hands. Always nice to get a picture of the little one, even when you're way out here in the middle of nowhere. I think that grin says, "Dad, I just did something I probably shouldn't have." Not much I can do about it clear up here. Good luck, Mama.
got a little flooding going on from the storms. The roads are half flooded over. It's pretty low. This is only about 3 foot above sea level here. And we had those 25-foot surge waves for the last couple days. They've kind of flooded part of the island. No, every day is different. I mean, there's a lot of days you just getting to the water to go hunting is the biggest challenge. We've been kind of blessed this week without any big snowstorms to speak of. Minimal snow. Normally throw in the snow factor, and there's not really a lot of snow plowing equipment out here, so it can be a couple days delay just because of wind drifts and snow removal issues. Well, that was a boat ramp 2 days ago. Now we got a pile of rubble and rocks after that storm. We can write this side of the island off for the day. Now it's time to make a plan B. But I'm looking right here and there's white water breaking over a 20-foot break wall over the harbor master's office, so that's probably not a good sign that we're gonna even get out today. I think today is probably gonna be a scratch for safety, because safety is our #1 concern. There's no duck in the world worth hurting somebody, so I'm gonna have to make the call in a little while, and as soon as it gets a little bit lighter, we're gonna be on standby and I'll make a call. So what'd you see out there this morning, Russ?
Well, there's spray coming over the breakwater at harbor.
That's not good.
That's never good when it blackens the headlights. And then, so I went down to the end to see if it was wrapping and coming in, you know, and there's about every 4th or 5th wave, there's whitewash coming all the way to the dock.
Yeah, I saw a big surge in there. That boat's getting banged around. And we went over to the east ramp to see, because, you know, we did real well there a few days back, and there's it's a boulder field, the whole thing. All that work we've done, again, filled with rocks. We'll be another 3 days with the loaders down there trying to clean out the boat ramp to move all the volcanic rock. But anyway, our options are a little limited this morning.
I went and looked at the beach behind the gas station, and about every, you know, at any given time, there's 6 or 7 little small breakers coming in there. If we had to get out there, we could, but you know, the hunting's not been very good out of that beach. So I think I'm just gonna load the guys up and take them up to Sea Lion, and you know, if we can get in there, we'll get in, and if not, we'll just come back home.
Benelli Presents To Kill a King is brought to you by the Benelli Super Black Eagle III. Dominate the skies. Heavy Metal by Heavy Shot. I didn't come this far to miss. And by Under Armour. Go where you don't belong.
Hey, Charlie, where's the boat ramp?
There ain't none here.
All right, come take the party. So we're gonna carry the Zodiac now, right here, through here, and around in front of the motors, and we'll just stage them. We'll get Barberini out first, and when I go out, I like to be on the right-hand side.
So you'll be on the left?
Yes, you get on the left.
All right.
And just let the boat ride right over top of the wave.
Yep.
And it's going to want to push it in, and just once it gets up over it, it'll slide right down the other side.
Yep, got it.
And out we go.
Most of the time we can't get out right here, but it should be doable. The boat can turn sideways and you can flip and surf. There's also a lot of kelp out there that can grab the motors and get the motor wrapped up, you lose power, and then that could be a little sketchy.
That's
Say we're about to find out.
Yeah, it's about to get fun.
It's almost like you're on the end of the earth. I mean, this
middle of nowhere.
This looks like a moonscape ride. It's something that I've never seen before. Definitely out of my element. This is very, very cool.
Oh yeah? This is my favorite spot.
Like, completely foreign to me. I mean, I don't see a tree I can stand by and watch greenheads come through the top.
Slow. Radio check. Radio check.
Radio check on 6-9.
All right, hold on.
All shotgun shells are not the same. We hunt every possible day of duck season. But if you hunt like us, or just when you get the chance to go, you depend on your shells to make a difference. We evaluate shotgun shells by studying the technology, testing them on the range, but most importantly, how they perform in the duck blind. We want a shell that will always cycle in our guns and fold the ducks we shoot.
Everybody happy now.
HEVI-Shot. I didn't come this far to miss.
Well, we made it out. Where? They're everywhere, but the waves are just so big, you don't catch them till the last minute. They're flying like behind a wave, or all of a sudden you just pop up and you're like, whoa, there they are. And these things don't decoy like what I'm used to in the Midwest.
No, they don't. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, decoys, even where you're from, decoys are just meant to sway birds, 50 yards or so. They're not meant to put birds where they don't want to be. I say head on the swivel all the time. Usually what we're doing, like we're scared something's going to come up behind us, because they just fly along right on the surface of the water, and a lot of times they see the boat or the decoys, they'll raise up right at the last second. There they are. Go down the side. See him raise up?
Drake.
That's all you get. Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Nice!
Nice.
Always the
Holy
hope
cow.
around here.
Let's go get that one. Just come out of nowhere, just banking. For once, you get the bird that turns that comes right at the decoys. I mean, that was just awesome. Man, talk about an adrenaline rush. Out here in these big seas, and unbelievable. He's a pretty one, Russ.
They're all nice. Some are nicer than others.
Oh man, what a beautiful bird. That is beautiful.
Nice, look at the color in it, Bill.
Unbelievable. I like that little teal green right there on the cheeks.
Bird, just the pinnacle of waterfowling for me.
Man, that right there is worth coming to the end of the world for.
Oh yeah.
Harsh conditions that you have to endure to kill one of these things it's all worth it. I mean, look how beautiful that thing is. That's got to be the most beautiful duck I've ever killed by far. King up back west.
Yeah!
Boom! Boom! Yeah! Dude, you turned him. I've never seen that. Waterfowl hunters are unified unlike any other group of outdoorsmen. Connected by an annual migration that spans the continent, we share pride in our traditions and a mutual respect for those who abandon the comforts of home to challenge themselves and take part in something greater. Man, another beautiful drake. This will not be something that I soon forget. Each time we shoulder a gun, we end a life, a moment, an adventure. As duck hunters, we all share common traits. A willingness to go where you don't belong, deep respect for hard work, and the endless pursuit of perfection. These are the elements that make a waterfowl hunter, and this is what it takes to kill a king.